Hello, I'm David Frank. Today I'm going to show you what's usually called in America chattering, called kusuriman in Japanese, which is chattering tool, or tobigama. First I make a pot, let it get leather hard, and then I make a small bent piece of metal as a tool, put slip on the pot, again let the slip dry until it's leather hard, and then I cut through the slip to make a repeated pattern on the surface of the clay. I will eventually glaze over that after it's been bisqued, and sometimes I leave them unglazed, but whatever, to show the pattern to its fullest possible extent. I'm putting on a couple of layers so I get nice coating. I'm using a coarse paintbrush so I get some brush strokes showing, because I like the strokes, I like the brush strokes to show. I don't use a soft brush. I'm going to put a little bit more on and let it dry. It has to be dry to the touch before I can tobigama it. I have some metal that I picked up from a lumber yard. You can find it at most any lumber yard or from a construction site. The narrow, thinner metal is better. I'm going to take about 10 inches. I'm going to snap off a 10-inch piece by bending it back and forth. And that will be my tool. I'm going to bend the ends at a little bit more than 90 degrees, which will be the cutting surface. There's one end. I'll do two. There we go. And I'm going to sharpen the ends on my grinding wheel so that they will cut into the pot and give me a nice pattern. One end I'm going to keep straight so it'll give me triangular shaped cuts. So I'm just sharpening it so it's a little sharper. That looks pretty good. The other end, I'll grind so it's slightly curved. That'll give me lines. So I can make lines and I can also make lines one way and then lines the other way, and that gives me X's on the pot. And I'm sharpening it up a little bit, just like the other end. First I'm going to take a little piece of the metal and I'm going to give myself a line. Or two as decoration. Whenever I chatter it, Don't do this. I'm just checking to see if it would work.
Okay, keep going.
Whenever I chatter it, whenever I do Tobigama, I always start at the widest spot and go to the skinniest spot. I never start skinny and go wide. Because at wide, it's moving faster. So I'll start right here.
Harpsichordist Chioko Arita.
So there are the dots that left.
Played King Frederick of Prussia's.
And I'll give it an N line.
You can find out more about this program on our Facebook page.
And a little wavy line.
SundayBaroque.org. Program support for Sunday Baroque on WSHU Public Radio comes from you. Thank you. We're also supported by Dr. Deborah Pan at Isana Plastic Surgery Center and Med Spa in New Haven, specializing in skin, laser, and plastic surgery services.
And that's from a little piece of throwaway metal used to strap up boxes and
offering 60 summer session
wood.
classes in 23 subjects starting July 14th on the Fairfield campus.
Here's the pot after bisquing that I made for you with the chattered pattern on the surface. Here are a few finished pieces. This one is not glazed. It just shows the slip, only glazed at the neck, but otherwise not glazed. This one I've glazed in ashes from my fireplace. So this is ash glazed on the lower part and glazed with a normal glaze on the top, a temoku. But you can see the slip where it was carved through the wood ashes. And finally, here's a plate. Has a clear glaze. It shows the slip most clearly. I hope you enjoyed seeing me do it, and I hope you try it yourself. Thank you.